everyone, Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. I wanted to do some cards on three of the nominees um, for Felon 47, RFK Jr. for HHS. That's the initials. Tulsi for intelligence director of intelligence, and also Cash Patel. I don't know if we're going to get all three in this reading or not, but I want to start with RFK. Now, as far as I understand, I think he is pretty much in at this point. I don't think they've actually had the swearing in ceremony or whatever that's called. If there is one, should know that. But I think they did the full Senate, and the Senate did pass him. So it looks like he will be the Secretary of Health and Human Services. So I want to know what that's going to mean for Health and Human Services. How is him being in charge going to affect that particular department? All right, RFK. Let's see, Junior. Okay. We start with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Now, this is somebody coming in with maybe some high in the sky ideas. Maybe some. This is somebody who is generally comes from a good place, but is not realistic. Very ideal. This is a knight who's very idealistic, and he's not really like guiding the horse as much as the horse is taking a path. This is the white stallion. This is the same color that we see the on the death card. So there is a sense of sort of transformation here. So he's a transformational person. All right, let's see the challenge. The challenge is the end of something. The total end. Okay, let's just something comes to an end and a new beginning. All right. The challenge here is about thinking. Now, I don't know if this is this, I guess this would be his challenge. Maybe some ideas that are time to go, like they no longer serve. The ending of a point of view, perhaps, and then a new dawn coming. Okay, let's see what's in underneath it. We have the King of Swords. The King of Swords. Well, the King of Swords is a card of legality. It's a legal card. It's often seen as a judge or okay. All right. I think that the King of Swords at the bottom says that there's something legal. There's legality here. Something needs to stand on legal principle. So I think what I'm getting from this card is that I really do think that he just wants to give another point of view an opportunity. Okay, just give it a fair look at. That's what I feel like. This is saying give a fair look at something. All right. In the past, Um, there's, this is discord, fighting, but also creative. It's a creative energy. It can be partisanship. It's fighting for fighting's sake sometimes. So that's the past. Saturn and Leo. Saturn can be a restriction. Leo is your ability to speak, have a voice. This could be the many different voices that he's had, the many different ideas that he's had. I think he spends a lot of time like thinking about different things, in his head. See what's in the sky? Oops, damn it. Sorry. It flew right out of my hands. We have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords in the sky. Hmm. I feel like that could be a couple of things. I'm going to keep going. It's not coming together yet. Sometimes I have to see all the cards. In the immediate future, the Queen of Cups. That's emotions, feelings. There's a like a seer energy with this, looking into a scrying, looking into to feel the future. This kind of reminds me of a funeral. Now, this card doesn't always come up that way, but this could be the fallen soldier. This could be his father. I feel like this might be RFK Sr. in the sky. In the sky. I almost feel like it's a protective energy because RFK RFK was a truly um, compassionate soul. And I know that his son was traumatized by his loss and messed him up. And, for not just that reason, but you come from a rich family, you get away with all kinds of stuff. But I think at the core like energy of it is really a love of country, a love of people. I don't feel really I so far I don't feel very much evil intent here. How it's seen from outside. Yeah, he's very restricted. They don't allow him to like really speak, but he also has trouble speaking because of the is that like a dysphagia, I think? He has some sort of um issue with his throat. I think weakness in his throat, which in itself, right, is um says something about the man because you manifest your physical symptoms, through both emotional channels and then like karmic channels, and your body, your physical body is connected to your previous lifetimes on earth, and it's all that stuff. Hopes and fears. um Hoping for people to work together to come up with solutions. um um did I say hopes and fears? I'm sorry, this is domestic situation. So I think he's going to get I don't feel like he's going to throw science out the window. I don't think that's what it's about. I think that's what they're making it about. the people who are afraid of what he's doing because they don't always understand. Hopes and fears, um, transformation, rebirth. I guess it depends on what side of the, opinion of him. Is it a hope or is it a fear? Is it a fear that he's going to burn it all down? Is it a hope that he's going to renew it? The only, well, okay, let me continue. Moving out of troubled waters, moving out of troubled waters, um, in the outcome, moving away from the tumultuousness, coming away from the battle with some understanding. But this is like a refugee. That's like a refugee card. Let's see if we can get a major arcana. The Eight of Pentacles, that's hard work, apprenticeship, and the Sun. And the Sun. That's a nice card to end it with, actually. Let's look underneath. We have the Ten of Pentacles, which is dynastic money. He comes from dynastic money. The Eight of Wands, information coming in, and the Six of Pentacles, balancing the scales. I honestly don't feel, again, I don't feel ill intent with this man. I feel like he's very idealistic. Um, I feel like at the heart of it, he does want to help, but he's like most people who struggle with drugs and different things like that. Sometimes we're complex beings. The fact that the sun comes up, he's going to win some and he's going to lose some, right? And and there's hard work here. This to me looks like research, so I don't think that uh, it's necessarily. Um, I don't feel like he's trying to burn it all down. That's not what he's trying to do. I think he's trying to bring some new ideas in, whose probably time has come. We talk about health and welfare, about like not having cancer, research for cancer and different things like that. We need research for cancer because we live in a very carcinogenic world. But keeping it carcinogenic is only going to keep us on that. So it's about looking into other things and just the bigger picture about things like Roundup Ready corn and disruption of the hormonal systems because of the exposure to toxins, right? And how that corresponds. So that stuff I think is needs to be looked at. Of course, I am honestly an alternative healer in a way, and I'm not really uh, ensconced in the medical way of doing things. And I know as somebody who knows other physicians, MDs even, who have tried to bring in new uh, less expensive, more natural ways of working with the health and welfare of patients, uh, always are at the mercy of what's considered normal. And like if you're a doctor and you don't subscribe what everybody agrees is the right thing to subscribe, you can lose your license. And sometimes that's a good thing because these people are nuts, but sometimes it's not. And you can't just lump everybody together. You can't lump the pharmaceuticals as just trying to make money, right? You can't lump the more natural things as hocus pocus. When we do that, we lose the ability to look at things from a more balanced perspective and allow, have trials. But, I know enough about medicine and how, why isn't there a cure for cancer? Because cancer is such it makes so much money. Um, there have been cures for cancer for years, and they usually throw these people out of the country. They lose their license, and you never really get to know. I'm thinking of Brzezinski from I think his name, Brzezinski from Texas, who had a cure for cancers, brain cancers for children. There was a Dr. Ravisi who had a cure for cancer. There's a lot of that out there, right? And then not just that, like it's not just about pharmaceuticals, it's about lifestyle, it's about emotions, it's about, there's so many levels to healing. And I'm just thinking that this may be an opportunity to bring some of that stuff in. I don't think it's just going to be the disaster that people are saying, thinking that it's going to be. And of course, why even invest in a disaster mentality? Stay open to the process and make sure that, that the things that are important to you, that you want to be part of the conversation. But when we yell at each other and just cut each other off because, well, obviously you're a shill for the uh, for the pharmaceuticals or you're a nut. I mean, let's get in the middle on this one, right? This is health and welfare. Of course, a lot of the other things that the Trump people are doing is not going to help the health and welfare of people. Just the stress alone of what's going on right now, I'm sure a lot of people are kicking the bucket. Like they look and they go, is this the future? See you later, alligator. So there's a lot of it's many pronged. It's many pronged, and I think we need to I don't know, consider everything. If it proves not to be good, then you don't do it. If it proves to work, then you continue on that way. But we have to look at the world in a more holistic way. And I think that you can say all these things are nuts, but I think holism is much better than all this specialization. Um, when you look at a person as a disease instead of as a person and a whole person, right? All right, so that's what I guess I'm only going to do RFK this time. All right, so that's RFK. Next up, Tulsi Gabbard. I'll do that in the next video. Okay, guys, take care. Namaste.